This game features some disturbing concepts and imagery. If this is a concern for your mental health, please tread carefully.
This is the Yuri timeline. This almost feels more fitting on the other timeline. Interestingly. Right? Because talking about seeing something I wasn't supposed to see kind of implies how Natsuki where is it? This and this kind of implies that, but this was not benign. It wasn't benign. I guess in this timeline we did see Yuri cut herself, and then that rewound. So that's probably what she's talking about now. It's possible it's wizardry. I don't think it is, though, partially based on the fact that persistent file hasn't updated in over an hour. I mean, we'll see what she feels about things with the next line of text, but gotta draw it out, right?
Twinge, I think you saw something earlier that you weren't supposed to see. I didn't want to have to tell you this, but I don't think I have a choice. It's getting kind of dangerous for you to spend so much time with Yuri. I don't know why, but she seems pretty easily excitable when she's around you. Which shouldn't be a problem in itself. But when Yuri gets too excited, she finds a place to hide and starts cutting herself with a pocket knife. Isn't that kind of messed up? She even brings a different one to school every day, like she has a collection or something. I mean, it's definitely not because she's depressed or anything like that. I think she just gets some kind of high from it. It might even be, like, a sexual thing. But the point is, you've been kind of enabling her. I'm not saying it's your fault, though. But I guess that's why I had to explain it all to you. So I think if you keep your distance, that would probably be best for her. While you're at it, don't be shy to spend a little more time with me. To put it lightly, I at least have it together in the head, and I know how to treat my club members. But anyway, you want to read my poem now?
So we do have the same poem.
Sorry, I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day.
Sometimes you'll find yourself facing difficulties. Yeah, don't forget to save your game. You never know when... I think this is slightly different too. I don't think she questioned who she was talking about to before. Yeah, I don't think she questioned the fact that she might be talking to me before. Me, not Twinge.
Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me?
Okay, no further files.
Tell me you can hear me.
How would you propose I go about that? Well, close the game. We will do what we can to imply our force over the world. It's a help file. Oh, that just opens up the README. Okay. Tell me you can hear me. Is there any other way for me to mess with the files in such a way that I could be effectively telling her I hear her? Sure. Right? Anything else come to mind? I assume the save folder, yeah, updated with the time, but has nothing there. There might be something in the save folder if the game's not running, though. Which is arguably another thing to back up if it exists. No. Nothing. Just an empty folder. Alright then, alright. That's the way you want to be. Nothing else looks recently modified. I mean, I could screw with this. I can always try deleting this and see what happens. Which is an interesting thought. We added the text file though, so we'll try that tack first. Please help me. Okay. Alright. Alright, let's try more drastic measures real quick. What happens if we delete Monica? I just that didn't really get captured on stream in time. But you know how it normally says, not suitable for kids and stuff? Instead it said, I missed you. Said, I missed you. Yeah, she's back. The file's back. File came right back. Okay, I mean, that's fairly close to what I expected, but that still is what it is. What if we deleted her, like, mid-scene? But I assume we've pretty much got this, this covered at this point, but, delete her mid-scene. Okay, doesn't really matter. All right, we'll let her come back, I suppose, as she is what to do. Don't forget to back up Monica's character file. I did. But it's the same size, right? Let's make sure on that real quick. 137,604. 137,604. Okay, same file. I mean, I wasn't killing her, or I mean, I backed her up, Layla side. Her file's right over there, on the other monitor. It's fine. I like if she was gone, I could bring her back, and we can still show Yuri our poem.
Yuri smiles and takes a deep breath.
I like just holding it. Eh? I mean, the poem turned out good. It's, well, there's some things you could work on, but that doesn't really matter. Feels like anything written by you is a treasure. Came out a little awkward. Let's move on. Here's the poem I wrote.
Alright, so probably still wheels, but I guess we'll find out.
A kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks.
On your pin fell out. Okay. I mean, last time we did try, like, specifically doing a no, and it didn't, like, matter at all. So I guess I'm not really going to worry about that. Let's just look at our special poem. Stare at the dot to reveal a special message. Okay. I mean... Wait. That's just coincidence, right? Okay, that was because my mouse wasn't moving. I'm like, why did my mouse cursor disappear? I know, right, Zapper? I'm like thinking like late 90s, early 2000s stuff would be those screamer things. Do we have the special poem on the other timeline? This is my mouse cursor now. That's she's getting through in a variety of interesting ways. Can I do anything to help you out here? I mean, I kind of want to reload, but I also, like, kind of don't, since, you appear to be making some progress here. The implication has been that, Tabliath, has been, you know, the one, saying, "Can you hear me?" And I don't know if it's her with the eyes. Like, it's effectively the same communication medium, so... It's kind of weird, but...
Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room.
Alright, went away on her own. So this timeline's now going to be shifted over here because we don't have a 10. It's not only in this timeline, is it? Wait, it's alive or being chipped away? Okay, that's like a mouse sound. This is, like, not even supposed to be new content. That's especially why this is, like, we have not advanced further under, as far as normal circumstances go. We've, although going backwards repeatedly through the stuff again and again is somewhat, like, possibly giving Sayori a way out or something. I can see, that a little bit. Just making sure there's no other mysterious state-modified things, and I also kind of wanted to let this run for a little while, as creepy as it is, to kind of see if anything else would happen here. It's unclear if changing timelines is affecting timelines, if it's a purely random effect, if the fact we're going through it multiple times matters. Okay, here's the easiest way to check, probably. Well, okay, the persistent file was updated 10 minutes ago. So, the game is taking into account what we've done as a, like, permanent, like, oh, the game knows we've done this 10 minutes ago. Which is too long for this to probably be building on the previous. So that's been the same each time. Well, has it been though? Has it been? Okay. Probably. And then we've got this. So, implies random effect. So there's a few different ways this can manifest, basically. Alright, I guess we'll proceed down this timeline now? Well, I mean, we had this twice in a row, so I guess at this point we might as well see if that's going to be consistent. That's the extension of that time. Well, yeah, actually, what happens if we load this now? It's not here. It's not in the future. Do we consistently have the red in this timeline? No, we don't have the red anymore. So it happened 3 times in a row on the Yuri timeline. Feels suspicious that we've gotten... I mean, I guess it could just be a coin flip, but we also had the other effect. We're getting nothing each time now. I'm also, like, dreading this. We got something we need to go over today. Alright, I'm gonna close the game. I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. It's the I mean, probably, Rodclay. It's probably just the festival. But, okay. So purely random, or it only does it like a set number of times and resetting affected it. Unclear. I suppose we will continue the Yuri timeline while it's red. That seems like I want anything Sayori is doing to, like, be present if possible. It makes the text harder to read, though.
We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come and sit at the front of the room.
Okay, this is the Yuri timeline, so it's not the time. I mean, the Natsuki is probably going to do the same thing in the other timeline, realistically, but.
Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
So it's the same as last time. Well, the text was the same as last time. Well, I will click. That was Yuri's concern as well. She doesn't do well with mess. Gonna keep it simple.
I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Twitch joined, and we've started with some club activities. But this isn't the time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members. The Literature Club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave.
I'm gonna go check it on the other timeline real quick. Okay. Other timeline appears to be the same. Persistent file was modified 5 minutes ago, by the way. That's about when, the red faded to black, I think. But yeah, notably, Natsuki's, you know, just fine. That's what I expected, but still thought I'd go take a gander at the other timeline real quick. Alright, back to the one we were on, I guess. Back to Yuri timeline.
I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put together something for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Twinge? Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of Twinge to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything.
So this might not be the same in the other timeline. The music's stopping, so I thought, like, let's put me on, like, high alert again. Also, specifically, someone is confronting Monica, so those two things together, that's a problem. It's a problem. I might time leap again. I kind of want to look at the other timeline. At this point, we're just jumping time back and forth, so we're doing it. All right, hopping back over here. What's up? Okay, that actually goes the same. Can't take advantage of Twinge to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Okay. So it appears that this might be because this is like the end of time. I'm just mulling over the, I guess you would call it the second of 3 messages now. And how they just want us to hate everybody. Like, it's still not really piecing that together super well right now, but...
Alright. Look, Monica. Do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Twinge joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Twinge isn't even passionate about literature in the first place.
So I believe we, like, figured Natsuki would be next, right?
Sorry, but you're really the only one interested in finding new members.
I mean, that wasn't true. I mean, I guess if we're going forward, we might as well go on the other timeline, right? That's theoretically our truest and natural timeline.
The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once.
Monica is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. Because you're going to make it not true? We've also got this, like, sad music. Are you gonna, like, suddenly talk about Sayori now? I don't know. Any number of things could happen.
That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Twinge want to get more members too. Right?
We gave her the dreaded double ellipses here. I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I'd probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue this situation... Is it, though?
No. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club... It's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think everyone here saw it the same way that I did?
But that doesn't mean we're against getting new members or anything.
Twinge, why did you even join this club?
Guilt, mostly? Or are you talking to Twinge or to me? I think the reason Twinge joined was mostly guilt. He guilted him into it.
What were you hoping to get out of it?
Well, that's not really something I can be honest about, is it?
In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join.
Monica sits down and stares at her desk. I mean...
What's the point of all this, anyway?
It's a good question, Monica. It's a good question. Good old question you have there.
What if starting this club was a mistake?
I mean, I don't know exactly what I was expecting, but it wasn't this. And I'm still on edge because they can flip out of this real quick, like. Or we could just, like, kind of proceed kind of like how we did Loop 1, and the festival's kind of a thing that we're prepping for again, and...
Now you've done it, Natsuki.
What, me?
I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many other places like that for me. Now Monica wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. Well, hold on, Twinge. I don't know about that. I don't know if I'd go that far. Still not convinced that's a true statement. No, Twinge. It's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined any other stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki.
Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. To be clear, this is the timeline we paid as much attention to Natsuki as we possibly were allowed by the game. So, I assume the other timeline is identical.
This is bad. I don't know what to do.
Every dialogue box, I'm like kind of expecting something.
Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess.
I told you! Something was gonna happen! Just a menagerie of disturbing imagery on our save page is clearly what we need.
Who cares about that obnoxious brat? I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now. And I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that.
I don't want to say that.
Nobody would cry if she killed herself.
Looking at the files. I want more file communication. I still assume both timelines are the same. But at this point we might as well go ahead and do a quick checkerino on that. Yep. Sure enough. Alright.
I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. But what about you, Twinge? What do you want to get out of this club?
Yuri repeats the same question as Monica.
I decided giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along. And for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the Literature Club a special place.
I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too.
Oh, good God. Look at her eye. If you haven't noticed.
I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing.
I mean, I guess it's been a while since we've done a backup of all our save data, so we're gonna go do that real quick. Loop 2-2. Sure. So we need more icons over here on the other desktop.
Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. I mean, look at me right now. I'm just bleeding everywhere. It's not something I'm used to. So if you would like to help Monica with a festival, then I'm on your side as well.
All right. Well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Maybe. Yuri nods.
Hey, Yuri. Huh? I know things were a little awkward yesterday. But I feel you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. And also, a wonderful friend.
I don't understand anybody's end game at this point. What's the end game? I don't know.
Monica. I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever. Okay? Me too. Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it.
I mean, I don't really walk home alone, but oh, good God.
Shall we go, Twitch?
This is still the Natsuki timeline. I mean, I guess most tropey in game would be, because, like, you know, as far as the original, as far as we can believe what we've been told, Natsuki and Yuri are completely new to us, but we had known Monica, so the most tropey thing in that front would be, that Monica has been secretly, like, desiring us this whole time or whatever, and, like, this, like, she was talking to Sayori, you know, like, Sayori was in the club and everything, and they talked all the time, so it's possible she told Sayori to bring me originally. That could be all the plan. Like I said, that's kind of the most generic, tropey sort of plan, but that's a possibility. Although a lot of things don't quite line up well with that. Like, you would think that me accepting Sayori's confession would be what would be the problem in that case. If Monica was jealously after me and wanted to, you know, remove the competition, so to speak.
But there's clearly a certain amount of jealousy going on, at least in this second run. Monica didn't really seem to care about us much in the first run. So it's quite possible Monica is, still a puppet. That is still not off the table by any means.
Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Twinge before we leave.
At 2?